Yesterday, this story made the front page. Anthropic's Claude AI was at the center of a heated debate over its use in a United States military operation against Iran. Even as a federal ban on the technology was being rolled out, today everything has changed. The United States government has shifted its tone. The State Department is moving toward OpenAI. The Treasury is stepping away from Anthropic. A federal housing contract has been terminated. And at the Pentagon, a phase-out is underway. And now comes, of course, the formal label. Anthropic designated a supply chain risk. This is no longer a policy shift. It looks more like a digital purge. And we, of course, examined this, the early signs of it, on front page yesterday. The contest over AI influence is now moved firmly inside Washington. But then, of course, the question is, how did it unravel this quickly? Earlier this year, Anthropic wanted in $100 million, which is the Pentagon prize. The mission: voice-controlled autonomous drone swarms. Think Spider-Man, far from home, but without the teenage chaos. Not firing the missiles itself, but actually interpreting intent. Turning a commander's instructions into digital execution, coordinating systems across the fleet, except, you know what? This isn't a Marvel script, and there's no cut to black when things go wrong. Anthropic had made a clear assurance: a human would always make the final decision. But in practice, the boundaries began to look, well, less certain, and the Pentagon took a closer look at the technology. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth didn't hesitate. By Friday night, the deal was over. State Chat is now running on GPT-4.1. Anthropic has gone from preferred partner to absent name almost overnight. But it would be wrong to assume if OpenAI is quietly celebrating. The public is paying attention. Online, nothing disappears, as we know. Screenshots circulate, contracts are dissected. The moment OpenAI signed with the Department of War, the reaction was very swift and intense. Uninstall rates for ChatGPT up by 295%, nearly 3 times the usual level of churn. So for a sector built on speed and scale, that kind of backlash lands very hard. And it raises a very difficult question, which is, can you separate the assistant that drafts your emails from the systems being used in defense operations? Sam Altman felt the heat. He's scrambling. OpenAI just announced a massive Trust Us update. New rules for the War Department. No domestic surveillance, no tracking your personal data, and no NSA backdoors without a fresh signature. And of course, no following unconstitutional orders. Altman actually admitted it. The rollout was definitely not ideal, it was rushed. Should we consider this as, well, a very rare moment of humility or just brilliant PR? He's trying to walk the tightrope. National security on one side, civil liberties on the other. And this is not so much about the stock prices, instead about who controls the kill switch. Meanwhile, Anthropic believed its guardrails would protect it. It said it would not build targeting systems. Washington's response was colder, and that distinction honestly may not matter. One company finds itself pushed aside. Another is handed deeper access. AI governance is no longer an abstract campus debate. It is being written into the defense budgets worth billions, shaped through procurement decisions, signed off in executive orders, and sometimes determined by which systems federal agencies choose to run. And here is the front page take. So where is the line now? The fear of autonomous weapons is no longer theoretical. It is actually a part of active policy discussions and, in some cases, operational planning. AI labs are beginning to resemble defense contractors, not in hardware, but honestly in influence. Their choices carry geopolitical weight. Anthropic is on the outside. OpenAI is inside government systems, but facing public skepticism. Some users are walking away. Federal agencies, meanwhile, are moving faster. The decisive battles aren't playing out on the social media anymore. They're actually unfolding in contract clauses, procurement reviews, and classified briefings. The company that secures those agreements shapes the tools that shape modern warfare. So I want to ask you, where do you stand? Do you back restraint or engagement from within? This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the AIM Network. Please do let us know your comments your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.